How you doing, guys? Malik over at Modern Pond. We're going to do a video today on flounder fishing using artificial lures. If any of you guys know, my brother and I, Mark, we're avid flounder fishermen. We fish all the time. We catch a lot of flounder, both rod and reel and gigging. We've used every method: artificial, live bait, fly rod, you name it. We've pretty much tried it for catching flounder, and we've been real successful doing it. What I'm going to do today is give you guys a breakdown on what we use as far as artificial goes in order to catch flounder in some different conditions. I'm going to go over some of the tackle that we use and give you some hints and tips on trying to catch those flounder, because they are definitely delicious. Alright guys, I'm going to give you the breakdown, the cliff notes to flounder fishing real quick. First of all, scent. Absolute most important thing about fishing for flounder. If you don't have scent, you're not going to catch many flounder. That's just what we found. Scented versus unscented, you're going to get 5 to 1, 6 to 1, 10 to 1. If one guy's got scent and the other one doesn't. Scent is very, very important. That's why most guys fish flounder with dead bait or a live bait or a cut bait of some sort. What we found a lot, since we prefer fishing artificial and we like catching flounder, you have to do one of two things when you're fishing for flounder. You either need to use a scented bait, something like a gulp or a DOA shrimp. The gulps work phenomenally well. That's the 4-inch pearl white swimming mullet. That thing right there has been a killer for us. I mean, it has just been, redfish, trout, murky water, sunny days. That's the color right there. Stained water, sunny days. This is really a killer bait. As far as color goes, generally speaking, we like white, light, natural, and occasionally contrast. Red body silver flake with the white curly tail from H&H Coastal Tackle. This is an awesome bait for flounder. I think we've probably caught the majority of our flounder on this bait right here. It is unscented. It's just a regular plastic bait. They're not real expensive. We use them all the time. What we found is the best scent for any kind of inshore for us is this brand right here called Procure. It is they come in a bunch of different flavors: shrimp, mullet, menhaden, inshore, blue crab. I don't even know. They got a bunch of them. The nice stuff about this, it is almost like glue. It's really sticky. You put it on the bait, it's there for like 15, 20, 30 casts. You can still see it on there. This stuff has a hint of red color to it. When you put it on there, you can see it there, you can feel it. It's kind of greasy and sticky, so don't get it on your hands, and try to be careful not to get it all over your tackle box, because it is a powerful scent. It's stinky, it works. I'm sure it's made from ground up fish parts or whatever. It is really effective as a scented bait. We use this Procure even on scented baits like DOAs. DOAs have some bait fish built into the plastic, and we still put it on there, and it increases our catch rate even on DOAs. In the springtime, when the shrimp are popping everywhere, this guy right here in clear water is a killer. It's a natural kind of a clear with a red flake DOA shrimp. This one right here is a quarter ounce. I'm sorry, this is a half-ounce one right here. The DOAs have some of the best action on the market for a shrimp imitation. Absolutely killer bait. This right here in slightly stained water, you've got the glowback with the gold flake DOA shrimp in a quarter ounce. Caught a ton of fish on these as well. Not only have we caught flounder, flounder trout, redfish, black drum, skipjack, you name it, we've caught them on DOAs. Everything eats shrimp, and these are very, very good imitations. This right here, another kind of variation of this one. We use this more on really sunny days when you need that whiter color. Maybe sunny days with slightly stained water. I got this particular setup's got a Rockport Rattler jig head, quarter ounce Rockport Rattler with kind of a flashy red eye and chartreuse tail with the pearl body. When you run these grubs, guys, you want the hook coming out close to the tail junction, and you want to use a relatively wide gap hook, so longer shank so that it comes out towards the base of the grub body part. Not, you don't want it, you don't want to mess with the action of the tail, but you want it as far to the back as you can. Pretty good wide gap in there. As you can see, this one's got a pretty wide gap. As far as the DOAs go, they're already set up with their hook, so the hook position on these work real well. We haven't had any issues with how those run. Other thing, guys, when you're fishing for flounder, they are bottom feeders. Your bait needs to hit the bottom. It needs to go slowly. When it does hit the bottom, it needs to drag, maybe pop and drag. It needs to stay low in the water column for as long as possible. That's where you're going to catch the flounder. You'll also catch redfish and trout. Everything looks at the bottom. The flounder is on the bottom looking up, but they see everything because they're basically on the bottom. So these guys right here, if I had to build a tackle box for flounder fishing only, I would fish those 4 lures 99% of the time. And the way we tie these on is we pretty much fish a spinning tackle for flounder. We use spinning tackle, braided line, fluorocarbon leader. If you don't like braided line, tough. You got to use braided line fishing for flounder. They have a very tough jaw. If the mono has too much stretch in it, it does not facilitate a hook set. You don't want to be